video.
Got work to do. So I've been chopping up some logs, but yeah, we got some more to get to. This, this that green stuff right here. Okay, let's get this bark out the way. I appreciate y'all for tuning in. Anybody tapping in early? Ooh, look at all those ants right there. No bueno. That's an old piece of dry wood right there. Get that out of here. Okay, them ants living that thing. Okay, yeah. We are comparing greenwood versus seasoned or dry wood. Okay, so I got a ton of wood here. I've been sourcing a ton of free greenwood, oak, maple, some white oak, maybe a little bit of black locust. Very minimal off the black locust, but yeah, a lot of oak. Real good for firewood. And I'm gonna keep the dry stuff separate because I know I can use that stuff now if I need to. I'm gonna keep the dry stuff separate. But yeah, so I've been busting up a lot of this greenwood. I got delivered to my house a week and maybe going on 2 weeks now. Going on 2 weeks. I got a bunch of this greenwood. Maybe hard to see some of it. You see a little bit of that over there. Ton of that wood. I'm right next to my house. Y'all see my shed in the background right there. But yeah, we busting up a ton of this greenwood. And we right next to my house. So yeah, I got more than enough. I made a cord in the background, chopping up this firewood. Once enough people get in here, maybe in a few minutes, I'm gonna show y'all the cord that I built out of welded wire fencing and an old pallet. So materials that either I already have or I source for free. So I got all this firewood for free, sourced it for free. I got the pallets for free that I'm stacking the firewood on so that they can dry out. And then the welded wire fencing, I got 100 foot. Well, I got two packs of 100 feet by 6 feet, and I already had that for years because I'm making garden enclosures for my fruit trees and vegetables and such. But after I sourced all this free firewood, maybe going on 2 weeks. It ain't even been a whole 2 weeks yet. So it's about a week. It'll be 2 weeks tomorrow. No, 2 weeks on Saturday. I sourced this firewood, and since then I've been driving around, and because I'm a truck driver, during the day I drive tractor trailers. I've been driving around and seeing a bunch of dry wood, and it seems like now that I got all this free wood, it seems like I've been seeing posts on Facebook of people just trying to get rid of a bunch of wood, seasoned wood, dry wood, whatever. But yeah, I've been taking advantage of the dry stuff too because I'm getting a wood burning stove this year, and I'm not gonna be able to burn this fresh wood, this green wood, this year, this upcoming winter, because it's gonna be too wet, and I don't want that smoking up my house, smoking up my chimney, or whatever, causing all that creosote build up and whatnot. So right now, this year, I'm trying to see all the people that have cut down trees that's just sitting in their backyard and they have seasoned wood that they just have no use for. And I was seeing people close by me on Facebook that, and Craigslist that's trying to get rid of it. There's free oak, free seasoned wood. Just come pick it up. They just don't want to have to pay to get rid of it. So you know what? Let me take advantage of some of that. So I got some of that here. I got a bunch of logs, and I want to start to compare how easy it is to bust up this dry wood versus the green wood, because a lot of people that have been seeing me cut up this green wood and like, all right, that's a little bit of work there, fella. You got your hands full, and I'm just like, all right. I think it's as hard as it looks because the wood is so green. So let's get, all right, this is on top. So we're gonna get right to it. I'm gonna put this dry wood to the side. Want to see how easy or difficult it is to get through a piece of green wood, and then we're gonna compare it to the seasoned or dry wood. I'm gonna go with the thinner gloves, and we're gonna start off with the wooden handle axe here. So I got two Fiskars axes, two Fiskars mauls here, right here. And I don't know where people stand as far as these composite handle axes versus a wooden handle axe. I'm starting to take more to the wooden handle axes. Now I got this one taped up. I put a little crack in it, but we're gonna get to it. We're gonna compare them, but let's get this nice big round of green wood here, and we're gonna start off with this piece right here. Maybe I should start with this one, but I like that round. It's 2 rounds right here I like for putting other rounds on top of. Let's see if this is too high. I don't think it's too high. We're gonna bust this one. All right, let's get to it. Get my gorilla card out the way. Now, right now, and this is a Husky axe right here. The name is kind of chipped away there, but it's a Husky axe. All right. Hello, Vance. I appreciate you for tuning in. All right. So we got a Husky axe here, and this is, if you ask me, this is really a chopping axe. This is really a chopping axe, but I think this is more of like a dual head because of it came really sharp. So the blade came sharp, and then it kind of spreads out a little bit, and then you still have that thinner profile before it spreads more. So I think this was primarily a chopping axe, but it does serve a dual purpose, and I kind of like this one. Now that I'm chipping away more and more on the outside of the wood versus trying to just split it down the middle, this has been more useful for me. So let me get my safety glasses. Hold on a second. All right, right here. I got them here. All right, move these other axes out the way a little bit. Yeah. Let's just sit them to the side here for a second. All right, so let's chip away. And since I got that little crack in there, I've been wrapping the electrical tape around this, and it's been keeping this intact before I have to rehang another handle on here. So I'm gonna just chop away at the outside. And this is greenwood. This is that dry season stuff. So you can kind of maybe see the difference. I don't know. Before I take my first strike, y'all might be able to see the difference in color. All this is that real tan, dark, deeper tan, and kind of denotes that this is not dry. It's not looking all ashy, and it's real heavy too. So y'all can hear that, it's super heavy. It's a lot of moisture in there. So this is definitely green. It's definitely not dry. Now I'm gonna start chipping away at the outside. We're gonna see how good we do with this wooden Husky axe right here. Little chip. Okay. Might be a little high on this thing. All right, we're starting to split a little bit. We're getting a little sticky. Like I said, this is primarily, I believe, more of a chopping axe than a splitting axe, but we can split with it. Yeah, we're a little high on this thing. We might have to bring this down to the ground. Let's keep sliding on. Oh yeah, we're sliding, so we're gonna have to bring this down. I was a little hopeful that we can keep it up a little higher, but it's so good. Let's bring it down, because I'd rather not be having my axe hit the ground as much, but it is what it is. We'll split it on the ground, but we'll be a little bit more stable then, all right? Okay. We're getting somewhere. This is greenwood. We're gonna see the difference and how difficult it is splitting with that dry wood. Yeah, this is sticking bad. It's sticking bad. We gotta split though. We gotta split. got a split there. Piece came off. It'll work. All right, we're gonna work our way around a little bit. Okay, we got another piece. It's cracked. There we go. Okay. We're gonna work our way around a little bit. Chipped another piece off. Chipped another piece off. Okay. So we got some halfway decent pieces coming off of here. It's all good. Just gonna keep it up out the way. Now I got my Gorilla cart there. I'm gonna start stacking some of this stuff in that Gorilla cart before the night's out. And I'm gonna show y'all that cord of firewood that I made. Okay. I'll take it. Yeah. Chipping away at the sides. That's all. Just chipping away little by little. Like I said, it's primarily a chopping axe, not a splitting axe. But we can still get to it. You know, if this was all I had, I'd just be having to work with it, right? Chop a little piece off. Everything counts. Count it. Count it. Damn, that piece flew off. Sheesh. I might want to flip this over soon. We'll see. And this is greenwood. It's chipping away little by little. This was a hefty piece right here. Okay. I see a nice little piece I want next. Turn to the side so you can get a better view a little bit. We're gonna move to the Fisker's splitting axe next. So my thing is, I'm gonna try not to use the maul so much, because it takes more energy. There we go, nice. All right, so how it's looking right now, I can definitely still continue to chop at it, but I want to see how the angles are looking from the other side. I know we're going to have some better angles. Yeah. All right. We're looking better on this side. We're getting there. There's some oak right here. Fresh oak. Okay, just chip away. Just gonna chip away. Let's chip at it. Okay. Just chipping. Come on. Might got a knot right there. And we got that piece off. Came right off with it. Dang. All right, hello people.
Keep up the good work.
Yes sir, yes sir. Happy Thursday to y'all. Just busting up some firewood. All right. For those of y'all that can't stay too long, actually, I just want to show y'all real fast. Let's see how many people in there. If we got at least 100 people in there, I'm gonna show y'all this stack of this cord. Now we ain't got at least 100 people in there, not yet. But I stacked a beautiful cord of wood. I'm gonna finish busting this piece up. All right, we cracked. Let's get this more in the view here. All right. Come on. And I'm not putting too much stank on it. We're not putting too much gas on it right now. Almost there. Almost there. It's a tough piece of wood to split there. A lot of people wait till it's nice and dry to split their wood. I'm getting after it, dry or not. There we go. It's a nice piece, nice chunk that came off there. What's your favorite type of firewood to burn? That's what I want to know. So I ran into a guy today, he owns a tree felling company, and I took his number. I'm like, look, dude, I'm gonna be busting up a lot of firewood. I know y'all have to pay to get rid of the trees that y'all take down. Y'all take down a lot of oak, ash, maple. He's like, yup, sure do. I told him, I said, if you're ever looking for a place to dump, I'll give you a call, and then after that we can arrange. Like, you can come dump any of that fresh hardwood, meaning oak, maple, ash. I'll take those three. Maybe a little bit of black locust. I'll take them. And we worked that out. He was like, hey, sure, I'll come drop it off. As long as he don't got to pay to get rid of it, I don't got to pay to purchase it, to get it. It's a match made in heaven type of thing. So I'm just working up more and more contacts. Because like I said, for people that's just tuned into what I've been doing, I've been sourcing firewood for free so I can heat my home for free. I'm getting a wood burning stove this year. After I build up about 4 to 5 years of firewood for the house, then I'm gonna start selling this stuff. See, too many people making money off the firewood. And I know, you got the people that sell it for $1 a piece, $5 for a small bundle, $10, $25, $50, $100 and up. I'll put some of that stuff in front of my house maybe, but I'd rather sell, big amounts. People, contracts with people that's trying to heat their home and selling them cords at a time. So that's what I'm headed to next. Come on, we gotta get through this. Starting to split. It's a tough piece of wood. Tough joker here. He's splitting. He's splitting. There we go. Come on. All right. Finish the job. Finish the job, son. It's a nice little crack there. All right. We're going to the season wood next. Take a different angle maybe. Okay. The piece flew off of there. Might want to flip it back around soon. Should I take a crack at the middle now? We're gonna go with the grain of the wood. Make it harder and harder. Get this damn blade up out of there. Hello, people. Peace, peace, peace.
Right here, somebody said, like, thumbs up, strong arm.
Getting after it, man. Trying to bust up this. And this is green. Real green. Not ideal. If you can have your wood seasoned already, that'd be a lot better for sure. Oh, she cracking though. She cracking. All right. We're getting somewhere. Now we're getting somewhere.
You want to hear any suggestions?
What's up? Chip away at the sides. Aside from that, what's up? Might go back to the top. But I'm getting after it. Right here. And I think it's because the way this damn wood is all starting to curve out and shit. Might got some knots in there. I don't know. Let's hit it from the other side. Matter of fact, one more crack. One more crack at it. Oh, she's splitting. No, we gotta stay after it. Stay after it. Stay after it. It's splitting. Come on. Now, that ate all the way down that side that time. Ate all the way down the side, but it ain't split all the way. There might be a knot in there somewhere. Might be. Come on, wood.
Someone asked if you ever use a wedge.
Yes. I got several wedges. I just rather use an axe. I got wedge. I mean, for maybe like a tough piece, a knotted piece, maybe it's worth using, but I mean, I got them all right here. I could definitely use them all, but my thing was to see how easy I can get through with this axe, with the greenwood, then how easy it would get through a piece of dry wood, because I got some dry logs right here, and then move on to the Fisker's splitting axe right there, and then to the Fisker's 8-pound maul. So I got the right tools for the job. I got wedges too. This is a tough piece right here though. But clearly, you see, you know, it's ideal to have the right tool for the job. Put some more gas on it. Feel like it's starting to get there. We're getting there. Let's put some more gas on it. Let's put some more gas on it. Put some stank on it. This bitch disrespectful right here. Damn. I don't want crack. It's cracked, but I don't want to break all the way. Let's see if we get from the other side, because it's definitely split in some parts. See the side piece want to come off. Let's get that out of here. Let's get that out of here. That wants to come off. I just wanted to see if it was ready to bust down the middle. It'll definitely chip away at the sides for sure. Got some healthy size pieces there. Let's chip that piece off. Now it gets harder to get these damn axe out of here, the lighter this piece is. Can we break it? Almost. No, god damn it. You see, split the hell. But the fact that it's not breaking off says that it's like knotted and twisted up in there. And it's not going down straight. It's like curving in. It's doing some weird stuff. But that's how you know it's a really tough piece here. Because it don't want to do what it's supposed to do. This piece is not being real agreeable. Okay. I might go to just laying it down, try to bust him down that way. It might be an easier way. It's right down at the bottom, man. Yeah, it's tough down there. It's like it's knotted all down here where it starts to curve at. It's a nasty piece right here. It's a nasty piece. Oh, this is. I might have to get the maul. Might have to get the big brother. Might have to get the big brother. This piece being disrespectful. Come on. A few more strikes. If I don't get it, maybe like three strikes, I'm gonna bust them all out, which I didn't want to do for this piece. We got it. We got a piece off. We got a piece off. All right, that's a start. All right, we got cracked down the middle. She cracked. She cracked. Okay. Let's get my axe out of there. Come on. Break. She cracked. She cracked. You should be able to see it. But it's down there at the bottom, that knotty piece. It's all knotted down there. So I'm gonna keep it laid down like this. See if we can get at it. Okay. Let's get after it. Would y'all rather just use who? Big FR-AWG4. What's going on? Peace, peace, peace. All right.
You want to know if it's for firewood or for carving?
No, this firewood, man. This is for firewood, and it was all free. I don't know if y'all can tell all that firewood right there. All right, we got more in the back, but we're getting after it. So this is really just showing and being resourceful. All right, so I got all this wood for free, all them logs, all for free, all hardwood, but I got to bust it down. I don't got an electric log splitter, a hydraulic gas-powered log splitter. All I have is the gas and muscle that God gave me, you know? And we're gonna start, just learning more and instilling more and more technique into my swings. But this is This is a tough piece. Tough, knotty piece right here. And it's not really a splitting axe. This is a chopping axe that I was kind of liking some of the rounds I was busting up a few days. And I didn't even get most of that on camera. I just came out and was like playing around with this and was just knocking off at the sides and was just busting down those super round logs that didn't have the knots in them. I was just busting them down like, damn, ate through that log real fast. All right, and I was getting a little excited. And I was like, all right, this really can be a splitting axe also. It was getting after it. Come on. Piece still don't want to split. Yeah, it's definitely a knotty piece. All right, so I definitely would have bust this down because we all in there. We are all in there, but she don't want to split. That's the problem. She don't want to split. But we are all in there. And I got this being held up and angled right. It's just not getting all the way through. Again, Danielson. Again. Let's see if we can position this thing right. All right. Come on, let's put some more stank on it. And we're eating through it, but it's those damn knots. And I ain't trying to be Mark Henry over here, trying to pull this thing apart, using all my energy. Yeah, it's got some give, but it ain't fully coming off. It's got some give to it, for sure. Come on. And I can see it. It wants to split. It wants to split bad. Oh man, so bad it wants to split. This fucking piece, man. This is a terrible piece right here. It's split. You can see. It's split. This thing doing something weird, you see? It's split all the way in there. But it's like holding on. It's gotta be like knotty in there. You see how bad we split? Still won't come apart though. Still won't come apart. Ah, damn. What I gotta do? But I want you, y'all can see this is the piece that came off. It's not straight. So we see like we're going down, we're starting to curve. We got knots and all types of nuttiness in there. So yeah, that's why it's giving me such a hard time. And I'm being a little bit stubborn, not going to the mall. Oh, finally, god damn it. Dude. Yeah, this was tough. I'm gonna show y'all. This is why this piece was that tough. Now we can see, we split it open. Look, this is why that piece was that tough. I was getting through all this straight wood, and then it was just like throwing me for a loop all crazy. This is why this piece was so difficult. I've probably been better off trying to hit this with a chainsaw, man. This was a naughty piece right here. Naughty piece. Naughty and naughty. But yeah, I'm leaving this piece alone. I'm not toying around with this piece no more tonight. That was a tough piece right there. All right, so we got some people in here. I'm gonna show y'all. How the cord of wood that I made. So I got all these logs not even 2 weeks ago. All right, so I've been busting it up, busting it into all this firewood right here. All right, take a walk back here, and we got some massive rounds. Some of these rounds are crazy, almost 40 inches in diameter. Yeah, some of these are nuts. I don't even have a bar long enough to get through the whole saw, so I got to hit it from both sides. Don't want to hit the ground, so I'm gonna use a different technique and finish that off tomorrow. But yeah, check this out. Yeah, I stacked this cord of wood right here. I bust all this firewood, and I bust it up back here actually. So I started busting it up over here. I got more pieces right there, and then I use this welded wire fencing, this PVC coated welded wire fencing. And they were telling me in the chat, they said, yo, that's not gonna hold, man. That's not gonna hold. Don't do that. That's not gonna hold. I said, man, check this out. I'm gonna stack it right. I'm gonna make my welded wire fencing, tighten it up, and I'm gonna tighten it as I go. Boom, 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 boom. Then start stacking after I tighten it. Boom, 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 boom. Not stack it and then try to wrap it, and it's all goofy. But I kept it nice and tight, nice and neat. It ain't going nowhere. This ain't going nowhere. That's some where I get that from? Home Depot. It's a 6-foot welded wire fencing right there. We stacked it on the pallet. And how do I keep it on the pallet here? I make sure I hook it onto the bottom of the pallet. Go nowhere. This ain't going nowhere. And it's under weight. So yeah, that's how I do it. I ain't seen nobody else do that. That's how I'm doing it. Like I said, we hit it under the corner right there. So this piece can't come up and the wood go flying away. Or it's not as stable. So it's just, this is real stable. All right, so we got a cord of wood right there, and we're gonna keep on moving. All right, I got pallets. I got more pallets coming. All right, got another one right there, and y'all see these rounds. I cut all these rounds up. We got all, and these are good rounds. These are not the knotted rounds. So these are drying out right here like this. And then when I get done with busting up a lot of this wood, and I'm gonna keep stacking it. I'm gonna stack it a little bit higher, and then I'm gonna work my way down this way, and then work my way more towards the back. And it goes down far. So we're just gonna keep, I'm gonna clear up more space, and we're gonna keep working our way back there. I'm gonna clear that out and keep working my way back there and let a lot of that wood dry out over the winter. Yeah, masterpieces. Yeah, big pieces. All right, Big Frog 4. Definitely appreciate y'all for tuning in. Great job. Yeah, so these are a lot of the ones that are knotted. I put to the side over here, like these awkward ones right here. Yeah, some of these awkward pieces, I'm gonna hit them more with the chainsaw. Some of these are just awkward from when they chop down the trees, but these are some nasty, ugly pieces right here. I've been just sitting to the side, and we're gonna bust these up a little bit different. But the good ones, yeah, we're gonna bust right through them, make quick work of this, and y'all can stack this up like this, man. Hit that like button. Y'all see how I did it? Get a pallet, some PVC coated welded wire fence. I paid maybe like $112, I think, for a 100-foot roll. That's it right there. That's it. All right. Now I'll show you. I already had it because I grow vegetables. I grow fruit trees. Y'all see what's going on back here. Just put a lot of this in last year. We got pear trees, we got peach trees, we got plum trees, apple trees, currants, grapes, you name it, blueberries, raspberries. All right, what we got right there? Y'all see? What's that? Golden delicious apple. But we got all types of fruit trees, and flowers mean fruit. A lot of my trees just finished flowering. We got cherry trees right here. So beautiful cherry trees. And then I got hazelnut trees, pawpaw trees, all types of stuff, man. If you're not in the know, tap in. I got a whole nother channel dedicated to the growing and gardening and all that stuff. But yeah, blackberries, all types of stuff. Raspberries, if I didn't say that already. Elderberries, all type of stuff. But yeah, free wood. It's all free. Now it looks beautiful. It look like I got that delivered. I didn't get that delivered. I made it myself. All right, back to business. And this right here, y'all can tell the difference right there. Y'all see how tan that is? Like a deeper tan. This is a little bit more ashy right there. So this is dry wood. I've been keeping this under the table. I just picked this up the other day, and we're gonna burn this. When I'm cooking outside, because sometimes I do catch and cooks, or I just come outside and want to cook breakfast or cook dinner outside on my outdoor wood burning stove to contain the fire. But yeah, we come out here and do some cooking. Got some twigs and some dry wood. But yeah, we're gonna get to that. But yeah, back to all this. And y'all see, I'm right next to my house right there. Crazy. I gotta get rid of this. So I had chopped off some rounds, and I gotta get through these rounds so we can clear out more space, so I just don't make this look like a complete wasteland. So I gotta, as I bust it down, gotta clean it up. Bust it down, clean it up. I'm stacking in my gorilla cart right there, bring it over there to the pallets, and stack it up into cords like that. You feel me? That's how we get into it. Hey brother, peace. Northbound impalement. All right, what's going on? For the apple tree, you have red and green. Yep, I got red, green. I got red delicious apple trees. I got red delicious, golden. What's it? The golden delicious green ones. The red delicious, I got Honey Crisp, and I got a bunch of different type of stuff. Everything's compatible with what else is growing. So got stuff that will flower at the same time so they can pollinate each other. You know, I got so many different types of fruit trees, man. It's crazy. I got almost 40 fruit trees. I got a bunch more coming in this year. So we got other stuff incoming this year for sure. But yeah, I got a bunch of stuff. So much that I don't even want to sit here and hold y'all all night because it's not necessarily what y'all came for. Y'all didn't really come for the fruit trees. But yeah, knife throwers heaven for sure. Oh yeah, we definitely making some new knife targets. My old knife throwing targets, man, those things look obliterated. I don't know if y'all care to see that, but I'll give a quick walkthrough real fast. So yeah, my knife throwing targets, those things need to be redone, refurbished. All right, and we're gonna chop up some nice rounds with those for sure. All right, so walking back here, so my little target over there, I done obliterated that. We done tore up all this firewood throwing. Look at this. I threw so many knives in here. This stuff is falling apart all crazy. Tore these pieces of wood up. So much knife throwing. Yeah, we definitely needed new pieces. And that company dropping off all that firewood, all that wood, yeah, we definitely, look at that. I've been tearing this up. Going back here in my backyard. Come on, yeah, hit that like button for me. But yeah, definitely, if y'all not subscribed, man, subscribe, tap in. We got a lot more stuff coming. And look what I did with this. This fell down, but hold up. Just stand it up here. All right. So it'll be falling down, but yeah, I tore this target up too. I made this target last winter to really be throwing inside my house. But look, tearing this up so much, I done threw knives through it so many times, eating up all this wood. That was another knife throwing target there. But I'm gonna make some bigger and better ones. Definitely gonna be doing a lot of knife throwing, axe throwing, bow shooting. I mean, we've been doing that. If y'all haven't been seeing my shorts and stuff, yeah, I do most of that in my shorts. We got another knife throwing target we was using. But yeah, we get to it. We get to it out here. All right, back to business, man. Back to business. This gonna take, how long y'all think this gonna take me? And how many cords of wood y'all think I'm gonna get out of this right here? Because I had somebody tell me I'm probably get like 20 cords. 20 cords? I ain't even really scratched the surface, man. How many cords and how long do y'all think this is gonna take me? Because that's a good question. Because I definitely have to come out here and get after it every day. Today I did almost 12 hours at work, coming home and still got to get after it. You know, I wanted to rest. I was super tired, man. I wanted to just lay down, take a shower, eat, lay down, pass out. Man, listen, my wife is on my behind. My wife is on my behind. 6 cords. That's all y'all think this is? 6 cords? No way. No way, sir. I appreciate your guess, your suggestion, but you're way off. You know, not to be like a naysayer, but yeah, you're way off, sir. I made a cord over there behind me. You know, I just went through it, but that cord back there I made, yeah, no, that was only a few. That wasn't even too many rounds. You know, I stacked that up, and I stacked it up real good like Legos. You know, I ain't just throw it in there all willy-nilly. Stacked it up real good. Tried to not have too many gaps or anything. No, this has to be close to more like somebody said, like 20 cords or more. Has to. All right, so now that we got through that one piece, that took way too long, eating up people's time, but I didn't see, there was no way I could know that it was knotted like that on the inside. No way I could know that. It wasn't giving any signs on the outside, but for how difficult it was to get through it. That was the only sign I had. So we got a dry piece, or seemingly dry piece, yeah. So let's dump this. All right, so that's a different knock than one of these green pieces. So we can just hear from the thump on whether this is dry or not. Oh, this is way heavy. Damn. So listen to the thump. Y'all hear that thump? Versus this one right here. I don't know if y'all can hear the difference. I don't know. I hear it. This one is definitely a lot lighter. Granted, that one's bigger for sure, but I can feel the lack of moisture in these pieces right here. So let's see how easy we get through it with this splitting axe right here. Not a, oh, it's chopping axe. It's more of a chopping axe, not a splitting axe, but we're gonna see. I'm gonna go right for the middle. All right, so typically I probably would want to go on the outsides, chip away at it, but I just want to see. First couple strikes, I'm gonna go at the middle and just see what it does at a drier piece. Oh, we split. One strike, and it didn't even stick. And it didn't even stick. We split all the way down the middle. Let's see, we should be able to knock it in half after this one. Look at that. The difference between dry wood and green wet wood and breaking this up a lot easier, way easier, big difference, huge difference. You know, now if you can do that and make your life a lot easier if you have those 18 months to 2 to 3 years to let these big rounds of oak dry out so that you can cut the wood a lot easier. If you already have all that dry wood and you're ahead of the game, which if you're chopping wood to be burning in your house, you should be ahead of the game. If you're chopping wood to sell, you should be ahead of the game. Now, if you're just burning it to having like a fire pit, you know, something for an ambiance, you know, setting the mood or just something to look nice in the backyard, that's a different ball game. But if you're using this to burn and heat your home, you should be ahead of the game a couple years. Oh, that was too easy. It ate through this so much that it stuck in the bottom. No, huge difference. Can you split firewood with a chopping axe? Absolutely. If it's dry, absolutely. Absolutely. I'm not even hitting this hard. That's what, 20, 30%? Too easy. Too easy. Oh man, way big difference. Hold up.
That's more than 24.
Oh yeah, so I mean that's more reasonable. 6 cores was way off though.
None, yeah, Texas on the back 20 says, damn, you hand splitting?
Hand splitting. Getting after it. Hand splitting. Now I want to keep this dry wood away from that wet wood because this is ready to burn. This is super good and ready to burn. So I'm gonna throw this right in my Gorilla cart over here because I need that. We might cook with that tomorrow morning. Might come out and cook some bacon, sausage, eggs, who knows. And we'll film it. If I do it, we'll film it. But throwing that right in my Gorilla cart right there.
He also said, bro, is made of steel.
Yeah, getting after it. Okay.
And he also
Nice.
said, red oak is split, no dry splitting, wet is faster on red oak. I don't
He
know.
said no dry splitting?
On red oak, he said wet is faster for red oak. I don't know if you.
Okay, for red oak. Okay. All right. Noted for sure. Yeah. No, this ain't bad, man. This axe right here for cutting dry wood, it is not bad. I can't complain, sir. Can't complain, fellas and ladies. If there's ladies in the chat. Yeah.
Now, I think the slope is, people are trying to argue about what a cord is, the amount,
Oh,
but I think the slope is misconstruing people how high the load is.
the slope?
Yeah, like the slope,
Uh,
like on camera, it doesn't, I don't think it kind of,
okay. All right. I mean,
because you're 6 feet tall and it looks like it's over 6 feet.
it looks like it's over 6 feet.
It looks like it's a little bit taller than you, but it's
It
not.
should be. A cord should be taller than me. If you ask me, the cord should be taller than me. A cord is supposed to be 4x4x8. All right, how y'all do your dimensions, you know, the line may be a little bit blurred. I'm not trying to be exact because I'm burning that in my house. You can look at it, eyeball it. It's about a cord. I'm not putting it on a scale. I'm not bringing out my tape measure. That's about a cord, man. That's a cord. That's what we're doing. We're not splitting hairs. I'm not. Unless it's for sale, I'm not splitting hairs. When it starts to be for sale, I'll get more precise. And yeah, I want to be able to show my customers that they're getting their money's worth, if not a little bit more. But for splitting for the home, I don't care. I just want it nice and neat, stacked up. That's all. You see that? It's how easy that's splitting? And that's maybe 20%. maybe 20%. Ah, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful firewood. Nice. Now we're gonna move to a knotted piece. All right, so y'all can see this is all knotted and whatnot, but it's still dry wood. And we're gonna see how well we do. All right, let's see. Cuts, it cuts, and this is a splitting axe. I mean, it's a chopping axe, not a splitting axe. This is not, and look, ate right through it so much that it's sticking in the bottom piece right there. Eats right through the dry wood. Oh man. What's going on?
Somebody said a semi-load on a 5-axle rig is 10 4s of hardwood, and that stuff is stacked like toothpicks in for room. I don't think you have 20 yet, but there's a way to find out and measure it.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think I'm gonna get a good measurement. I really don't need to eyeball it or get an exact amount or even close to an exact amount because I'm really busting this up and I'm eating at it. So when I first got it, it was all high all the way over here. And I've been eating at it, eating at it every day. I even got a new chainsaw so I can get through it faster. We rocking with the Husky now, the Husqvarna. So we got the Husqvarna 455 Rancher. We seeing how quickly we could get through it. And after we get through all this, and I stack some all the way down the property and rounds, and I'll let a lot of that dry. And if I don't get through it over into the winter, then I'll leave it like that to season until next year, and then I'll split it next year, and we'll get through it a lot quicker because it'll be drier. But I just need this to get cleared out, and then we're gonna order some more wood because I want to start making this into a business. So that's what we're doing. My wife don't think we getting more. I told her I ain't gonna get no more, but we gonna get some more. It's hard to argue with income, right? You know, the outcome is income. Nice. All right, let's see how we do. We getting close to that knot now. We're getting close to that knot. Will this just eat through that knot, or will we have a problem? Let's see. Okay, we got a little bit of a problem. All right, now Houston, let's put a little bit more stank on it now. We got the knot. Bust that knot right off. The difference in dry wood and cutting fresh green, wet wood, world of a difference. World of a difference. This is light work. I could do this all day. You know? A little bit of coffee, a Gatorade and such. Yeah, man, I can take my time, pace myself, and do this all day. As long as the wood is dry. All right, we got another piece. It's knotted. It's knotted here. It's knotted right here. See that little bulge right there? It's knotted right there. We got a branch coming out right here, so knotted right there. We got 2 knots in this one. Let's see how easily we get through this one. Let's do it. Okay, it's cracked, and I ain't put a lot of stank on it. Maybe 50% on that. All right, but she cracked. Yeah, light work, light work, light work. Let's chip off the side. Before we get to that knot, just chipping off the side. Throw this in the cart. Good piece right here. Let's chip it. Let's chip it. This got cut in half, and it's knotted. You see, it's starting to go squiggly and do all type of weird stuff, but we're gonna get to it. Let's chip off we're gonna chip off the next piece of this side. We're gonna chip, because this piece is knotted right here. This is the other knotted piece. I'm gonna chip this off, and then we're gonna get to this right there. Okay, getting at that knot right there. Let's get a better angle. There we go. Chopped off that knotted piece. Yep. Easy. It's easy getting through that dry wood. Yeah, it's knotted. It was knotted. See a little curves. Yeah, you see it? That's not straight. That's not straight grain right there. But that was easy. That was not bad. We got some good firewood to burn this year. I hope I keep finding dry pieces, because yeah, I might build up enough firewood. Okay, chopped off that knot right there. Chopped off that chop that off. And we're gonna burn that too. This piece is actually good enough to throw in the wood burning stove. I'm not even gonna cut this again. It's a nice piece. I like to keep some of those thicker pieces so we can have what, some overnight burners? Yeah. Some of them will chop up more. Let's bust this down. Light work. Dang. I like it. Nice. Busting through it like easy work. Now I'm gonna store this in my gorilla cart for the night. Throw a tarp over it, come out tomorrow, and I'm gonna stack that where it's gonna stay dry. All right. Go through it. Make sure we don't have no ants, termites, or anything like that in the wood, which I don't think so. I don't see anything crawling around these. I'm busting them open. Nothing's coming out the inside. It's not too decayed. Look at it. Ate right through it and it's stuck in the round right here. All right. What we got? Now we got some more. We got another one right here. Got another dry piece, and it's got a whole branch piece coming out right there. But let's get to it. And I ain't even get to the fiskars yet. These are more heavy duty. These really get to it. If this wasn't going to get the job done, those would have got to it. But we are getting through the dry pieces like nothing with this chopping axe right here. And it's a Husky. I paid maybe like 50 bucks for this one. It's a Husky. You can see the profile right there. This is not really a splitting axe. I'm going to show y'all the difference. I mean, I imagine most of you already know the difference between a splitting and a chopping axe, the profiles. All right. So just so y'all see the difference, all right. One is the fiskars. This one is the fiskars. And you see how that would split the wood so easy and just separate the wood. And this one right here is more of a chopping axe head right there. So more for like chopping down trees and whatnot. But we are eating through the wood with a chopping axe. We're getting to it. All right. Which one would y'all rather use? I'm using this one. I like the wooden handle, lightweight. There was a bug on that log. I squished it. Good. My phone gave me a thumbs up. Nice, nice. POV. You notice the neighbor is cutting wood, so you walked over, but you still don't want to help. Nah. I get neighbors staring at me. They drive by and slow down. Now I'm starting to see every day neighbors drive by and just be like staring. Like, what the world is this guy doing? He crazy as hell. Man, you don't know the crazy guy down the street? I know they call me all types of crazy, but I'm moving with a purpose. Moving with a purpose. They don't know it, and they don't need to know it. I'm moving with a purpose, man. Heating my home for free. They can keep paying those exorbitant and rising energy costs. I'm trying to bring my costs down and doing something worthwhile. And this is exercise. You know? And we on here learning. Each one teach one. We over here getting to it. And I'm making a business out of this. You know? Making a business out of it, which is not their business, right? It's my business. Literally. Both ways. Double entendre. It's not their business. They don't need to know. But when they want to heat their fireplace and whatnot and have a fire pit outside, I'm going to definitely have that sign out front. Look, selling firewood. Come on by. Come on by. And then they realize, that, oh, that's what he was doing the whole time. Yes, sir. That's what I was doing. Appreciate the purchase. See you next time. You live on my street, might give you a little discount. A little neighborhood discount. You know? I'm kind-hearted. Look at that. Beautiful. Beautiful pieces. Ah, oh, some beautiful firewood right here. And we got, I don't know if y'all can see my gorilla cart, but I'm stacking my gorilla cart little by little. And we got this log right here. I didn't finish cutting through it with the chainsaw, but I'm gonna chop this into 3 rounds right here, and we're gonna get to the rest of that. And these are all dry pieces too. So I'm gonna throw this in my cart. I was out here getting after it before we even came online. And yeah, just to see how easy it was to get through some of this firewood. Yeah, it's beautiful. Look at that. Oh, that was so easy. I don't even mind knotty pieces anymore. Not when it's dry. Not when it's dry. Oh, look at this. All right. So just choose my spot on the next one. Let's get my axe out of here. All right. So we're gonna choose our spot right now because this is knotty piece right here. You can see. Maybe I'll go from this side. But yeah, we definitely want to choose our pocket. Okay, knock the piece off. Yeah, I think I'm going for this piece right here. There we go. Got him. That's what we're doing. Now we're gonna try to hit this piece, separate it from the knot. Divide and conquer, right? Ooh, that's tough. That's a tough piece in that knotted area. Yeah. Now we're gonna have to put some stank on it. Or hit it from the other side. Oh, this is really knotted. It's a tough piece in there. Let's hit it from the other side and see. Yeah, it's getting tough. Yep, it ain't all easy pickings. It's not all sugar and spice. Not when it comes to the knots. That's a tough knot right there. But we're gonna get after it again. Keep getting after it. Let's see. Whew. Not showing any signs of splitting. Let's see. Yeah, and this is going on. I'll show you. This is not straight at all. There's nothing straight about this. This thing's sideways. I ain't gonna make no jokes, but there's nothing straight about this. Look at all that. Just doing all types of weird stuff. It don't want to cut. I'm hitting it from both sides, but yeah, it's knotted in there. It's not a pretty piece right here. This may be an ideal piece for the wedge or whatever. But let's move on to a different piece. Maybe. I don't know. Shall I let pride get the best of me? They say pride comes before the fall, right? All right. Might break out the maul. Let's see what the maul does. All right. This piece good? I want to bust this one more time. And then I'm going to bring out the maul for this. We got to conquer this piece. We conquer the wood. We don't let the wood conquer us. Let's cut this piece first. We conquer the wood. We don't give up. Never give up. Never surrender. This ain't dry piece. This is my dry piece right here. Yeah, this is a good piece right here. It's a good solid piece. All right. Time to bring out the maul. Now we probably gonna hit it from the side because this piece is disrespectful. Look how easy it sticks in the wood. I like an axe that can stick into the wood like that, can eat right through it, but something that has a little bit more of a profile that kind of tapers out so that it can split the wood. Not too much of a taper, but I like a little bit of a taper. Not too much. I think this Fisker's tapers a bit too much for me, bit too fast. All right, it's cool. It's sharp on the end, so it comes sharp. This thing comes sharp, but I don't know. I'm still torn on the profile on this. I'm torn on it. I don't know what y'all think versus the Fiskars versus the Husky. Y'all gotta let me know. Which would you rather prefer? And this is the splitting axe right here. I ain't even get to the maul yet. I went straight to the splitting axe. So we went from a chopping axe to a splitting axe, just to see if there's any difference. See if I can get at it a little bit more. Maybe let's go from the top and compare how we did the other one. Let's be fair. Oh, we chopped it. we chopped it with the Fiskars. Now granted, we might have softened him up with the Husky, but we got a piece off. We knocked a piece off with the Fiskars. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. We're gonna have to hit it a few more times to see if there's something conclusive there. Is there something to it? Can we chop off another piece? Oh, we chopped off a piece, but that wasn't a clean strike. That wasn't clean. So I think we got different length axes right here. A little bit. All right.
Someone wants to know what stove, do you have a stove picked out yet? All the stove talk.
All right. As far as wood burning stoves, I got some that I have in mind. I got some that I don't remember the name. I just remember what they look like. But there's one from the Nectar 350 from Vermont Stove Company. I think it's a mix of two different stoves. So it has the oven on the bottom. It has the reservoir that you put the wood in, you put the logs in the middle, and then it has the stove top. So it has some, like a few burners. Of course, a lot of them get so hot that you can just cook on top. But I think it has a couple round little designs on top for cooking on top. So I wanted something that not only can I heat the home with, but it doubles as something that I can bake and cook with in case things hit the fan. So in case of emergency, or I just want to lower my energy costs, I'm really looking for something that can really handle the task of cooking, as far as the cooktop, boiling water and stuff like that, sauteing, stir frying, baking, and still be able to heat the home. So that Nectar 350 from the Vermont Stove Company is something I'm looking for. But, big but, the ticket on that is $5,000. That's one thing I haven't gotten over yet. $5,000 for that one. It's nice, and I know they have other ones that can do that purpose, but that one is a reputable brand, and I see people with nothing but good reviews about that one, but it's a hefty ticket on there. $5,000. I don't know if I want to spend $5,000. And if I can find one that does the task, and I don't have to spend that type of coin, I might go with a cheaper option. But it has to be cast iron. It has to have at least a cooktop. Ideally, I want an oven. It doesn't have to have like 2 or 3 shelves, but I don't want those big, dumb, goofy, like old school, oversized stoves that happen to have drawers with that you can put the logs in, and it's just taking up half the kitchen. I don't want one of those. I want something that looks and resembles the modern wood burning stove, but can double as an oven and a cooktop. So that's what I'm really looking for. If y'all got any suggestions, I would love to hear it. I want to hear about the ones that you have and how well it works. Nice. Yeah, I think this might be conclusive because we got 2 nice chips off of this with the Fiskars, and we didn't get much from this knotted piece with the Husky. It chopped into it, but it didn't take anything off. And so far, the Fiskars is chipping away at it. We got 2 nice chips. And this is going every which way. This is a goofy looking piece. This is not good cutting on firewood. That's a goofy looking piece right there. That's nasty. If this was greenwood, man, it'd take you a week to get through this. No, what are we talking about? All right. Done wood for 46 years. And I appreciate your service, sir. Appreciate your service. 46 years is a long time. And you got to have learned a lot of technique, flicks, tricks of the trade, what to do, what not to do. I'm sure you learned a lot, man. If you can impart just one piece of wisdom on me and the people in the chat, so, we can keep this each one teach one thing going. What's one piece of advice you could offer us for those just getting into splitting wood and heating up the home with firewood? I don't know why I went back to the Husky. No, I don't know why I went back to the Husky. Let's see if we can get at it with the Fiskars. Oh, shit. See if we can finish busting this with the Fiskars. Oh, look at that. Bust this thing. We got a nice stick too. The fisters don't usually stick in wood like that. When I usually hit something, it don't usually stick as good as that Husky does. But yeah, it busted down again. So yeah, as far as these knotted pieces, at least with the dry, yeah, that Fiskars is doing a better job of getting through the knots. I can't lie. But the wooden one definitely feels a little better in the hand, wields a little bit better. It's a little bit lighter, and the reverb is nowhere near as these fiberglass handles. These fiberglass ones, an overstrike, that'll sit you down. Sit you down for maybe a day to maybe a week. Might sit you down and have you rethinking like, man, I think I'm gonna get me a log splitter. It's not worth it. Let's see if we can come down with it again and split it. Look at that. Look at that. Nasty pieces of wood. Nasty pieces. We're down to enough to where we can burn that just how it is. But yeah, the Fiskars got it done. Fiskars got it done. Okay, so let's sit this down. Oh. We get a nice stick in there. Okay, yeah, it looks prettier like that. I'm being a little bit vain, but yeah, it looks prettier. You ask me. All right, so I'm gonna bring the cart over here to the camera so you can see. Man, we got a nice take right here of dry wood. All right, okay. This is good. This is like if you were bringing this in the house and you're like, okay, do we have enough firewood? Yeah, we got enough firewood for the next few days, honey. We got enough firewood. We're good. Let's see, what we do? Remember, steel doesn't break where cast iron has to be warmed before you get it hot. Now, I'm well adept at the cast iron, man. I love cast iron. I cook with nothing but cast iron and stainless steel. I'm a big fan. I've been using only cast iron and stainless steel to cook with, and I got about 30 to 40 pieces of cast iron cookware. Got it in the house. Maybe I should bring that out one day if y'all interested. Man, I got some beautiful pieces, and I love it. I break them down, take off all the seasoning every so often. If the seasoning starts to get too uneven, I start it all over. Grind it down, start all over, and put a beautiful new glistening coat of seasoning on the cast iron. All right, but yeah, we got a nice load of firewood right here, all dry stuff. All right, that's the wet stuff. This is the dry stuff. This is beautiful. So we're just gonna bring this to the backyard. All right, we in kind of the front side yard right now. I got all these rounds, and y'all can see the difference in the color. That's more tan. This is more of like a whitish, ashy tan color. This is seasoned. All right, if y'all haven't subscribed, man, hit that subscribe button, man. We got a lot more nice content coming. You know, each one teach one, like we said. And we got to get through all this. We got to get through all this, man. This is nuts. Yeah, I bit off a lot this time. All right, no funny business, man. But yeah, this is a lot. This is a lot to deal with right here. But yeah, this is my cord of wood, man. Y'all call it whatever you want. I'm calling this a cord. Get back exercise for your back, cobra form. Yeah, cast iron isn't bad. You just have to start it right every time so it doesn't crack. Yeah, you know, of course, you know, you got to definitely take care of the cast iron. That needs to be treated properly, but if it's treated good, it'll last you your whole lifetime and pass it on to the kids and last them their whole lifetime. Pass it down, keep passing it down. That ash isn't dyed, ready to burn. Y'all saying this is ash? It might be ash. Y'all know y'all would? Either way, I'm leaving outside. This broke apart and this, it feels really, feels light. Maybe it's not, what's they say, 20% moisture? Might not be 20% moisture. But y'all saw how easy that cut versus the greenwood. It's a big difference. Big difference. And we got a lot more of that dry stuff under here. So I'm gonna keep cutting this right here. And I mean, I like to look at it like, you know, how dry is it? You see how much splitting we're getting right here. So, you know, I think that's a good indication of how much drying we're getting on these We got some good splitting right here. What y'all think? Does that look dry? All right. I think we got some good dryness on these pieces, but it can't hurt to bust them up some more, and dry them some more. But yeah, we're gonna keep getting to it. All right, it's starting to get dark out here. I don't know. Should I get after another piece? All right. So we hit some stuff with the Fiskars axe, the splitting axe. We hit some stuff with the chopping axe, the Husky chopping axe, but we ain't hit anything with the Fiskars maul. All right, so let's get one with the Fiskars maul. And because we got the maul, the 8-pound Fiskars maul, I think it's only right that we get after something that's worthy. So we're gonna hit a piece of greenwood with the Fiskars maul. Yeah, let's find a worthy piece. All right, let's get it. Let's find a worthy piece before we check out of here. All right. Let's get this out the way. All right. Y'all think I should take? I mean, I don't think there's a more worthy piece than this one. I really don't want to bust up my base round, but it's right here in front of my face, right? It's sitting here in my face like that. Matter of fact, let's get it. Oh man, this ain't the maul. Hold on. Grab the wrong one. Let's hit the maul, my bad. The maul. All right, now we got the maul. It's getting a little trigger happy. All right, now we got the maul. We got the Fiskars maul. Let's bust this round up. This is one of my base pieces, and it's a hefty piece. I don't even want to lift that up. And it's a green. This is green. All right, so, and we hitting at the middle. So this is not even the ideal way to want to bust this up, but you know, for the camera, for shits and giggles, we're gonna get after it. This ain't showing no signs of wanting to. Hell no. All right, let's get after the sides. Okay, we're getting somewhere. Okay, chipped off. Chipped off. Yeah, the middle, that's really for looks. All right, the efficient way, let's chip them sides. All right, the middle looks cool, but it ain't it. Now this the big green piece of oak right here. Okay, getting somewhere, little by little. Can't say I didn't chip anything. We chipped it. Let's keep getting it. Chip. 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 Uh-huh. Let's keep spinning. Oh, nice piece right there. All right, let's bust this one. There. That maul gets to it. Damn. Chip right off. Nice. That maul bust stuff down. There's a lot of firewood on here. This should come off on this next one. Another piece. There we go. Nice. Nice. There we go. Chip. 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 Getting after it. All right, I want that piece over there. Nice. Okay, let's stay on camera. Nice. Nice. Some nice pieces we chipping off. All right. We are not done yet. Bust it down. Finish the job, son. Finish the job. Come on, hit that subscribe button. Come on. Hit that like button. I'm putting that work in. All right? This ain't show and tell. We working. We working. Into the wee hours of the night. You know, I got work in the morning. Still putting in that work. I got up at 3 in the morning. I got up at 3 a.m. That's probably getting close to 8 p.m. now. Still working. Getting after it. All right? It's the man's job to provide, to protect, put that work in, do what needs to be done. You know? Can't go in the house complaining about hard work. How do you expect to get it done? You know, can't go in the house, kids all cold, like, nah, it's too hard. Y'all gonna have to stay cold. Just put a jacket on. Work is too hard. No, Dad, I got it. I got babies in the house. Dad, I got it. You know, let's keep in sight who I do it for. Let's flip this and see what we got. Let's flip it and see what it does. Can we get ducky with this? Yeah. We got work to do. Put the women and children to bed and go looking for dinner. You know? It's part of the job. It's part of the job description. Cannot be head of the household and reap the benefits and rewards and the accolades and the titles if you ain't willing to put in that work. And a lot of times, you don't get your just due or your flowers until it's time to put them on your grave. But that's okay. That's what a man's job is. We don't go looking for attaboys. You know? Work. That's work right there. That's pain. Yeah. We did our thing on that one. That's acceptable. That's acceptable. That's acceptable. We got one more piece, and that was a massive round we bust down. We gotta put that work in. Come on, last one. We don't give up. Never give up. Never surrender. Last one. Bust him down. Come on. Come on now. Now the ground's getting soft. Ground's getting soft. Unlike me, I'm putting this on around so we have a solid base to put it on. Come on. Let me put it on this one. So it don't have all that give, because this ground getting soft. All right. Come on. Come on. Got a piece off of there. Got a piece off of there. Which way you want to go? I don't even want to stand up. Stand in front of me. Stand up. Man, stand up. Stand up. Stand tall. Take your hits like a man. You feel me? That's work. We're done. All right, we put that work in today. All right, so we put that work in with that Fiskars maul, that 8-pound maul. All right, that Fiskars splitting axe. I think it's about 4.5 pounds. That splitting axe. And that Husky chopping axe. So, yeah, we went through it. All three, we put that work in. We split a lot of wood today. Not a ton, but we definitely show you the difference. And some progress is better than no progress. It's incremental sometimes. Y'all see the difference? So we got the 8-pound maul, the Fiskars 8-pound maul, and then in the middle, the Fiskars chopping axe, and then on the left, we have the Husky splitting axe. All right? So that's what we did. That's what we doing. We put that work in. Backyard Lumberjack, man. Like I said, if y'all haven't hit that subscribe button, man, hit that subscribe button. I'm willing to take suggestions. We got a lot more content coming. Knife throwing, axe throwing, bow shooting, wood cutting, wood splitting, catching cooks, cooking outside, all type of good stuff. All right, y'all have a good night. All right, y'all be safe at work and have a blessed one. I'll see you on the next one. Peace out.